43 Branchlands, can I ask where that route went?
What's that, 43 Ranchlands?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ranchlands is a community. I don't know exactly what the route was. I can't remember, but it drove through Ranchlands area. You don't hear of Ranchlands anymore. That's such an old area now. Wow. Ranchlands was a brand new area back in the early 80s.
Just like Legacy is now, right?
Right.
Where 167, 168 goes. Would he be running yet, I wonder?
Not yet.
He would be there just waiting to go into service.
Or it will be when we get there. He'll be waiting.
Some of them go into service about 2:45.
That's right.
The first bus leaves Bridlewood. Do they go in service at the same time, or is it different than two routes?
Yeah, pretty much the same time.
Yeah.
One's the opposite of the other.
Is that your tea, right?
Yeah. We're using that coffee mate now, so it tastes really good. Not coffee mate, coffee something. It's a cream that we use anyhow.
You're just a couple minutes early, eh? Like,
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, I got no time place here. But I don't like the computer to say I'm running early.
you take that if you're running early in a snowstorm, though, right? You would just go.
Well, you try to keep it on time. Yeah, that's right.
Then that would be an exception, right? You would rather run 5 minutes early than 15 minutes late.
Yeah, that's it.
How about a few weeks ago, you were like 25 minutes late at one time, right?
Right, yeah.
What was it again? A guy was getting stuck or whatever? What happened? The 11 behind you?
Oh, that's right. Look at this bus. My goodness.
Wow.
I'm applying the brakes. And it's dry roads. It shouldn't be sliding like that. That's terrible.
The brakes were really aggressive there.
Kind of weird. Yeah, it's funny how right now it's so quiet. And in an hour it's going to be so busy. Traffic will start to pick up, the school kids will get out.
Some of them are already getting out now, so...
Yeah, that's right.
Why were the brakes so jerky there?
I don't know. I might have just been catching a little bit of snow on the edge of my tire. That's possible.
That was really jerky for a sec.
Yeah, that was really bad.
This bus is in good condition, though.
Well, very much so, yeah.
Got a bit of wear and tear, but you're not going to get a bus with no wear and tear. That's just how it is.
That's right.
What was that beeping noise? The bus beeped at you when you were...
Yeah, it was on the dash. It's just some kind of noise to let you know something about the brakes. The ABS. ABS is the automatic braking system.
Yeah. Oh, that's what they're they're called. That's why I hear that clicking
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's right, yeah.
ABS brake system.
Yeah.
That was a fun ride for a second.
Yeah.
I'm glad that lady didn't get hurt, but my God, right?
Which lady's that?
The lady that crossed, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, she's not gonna get any compensation if she gets hit. She's in the wrong.
And like getting hit by a car is one thing, but getting hit by a 40-foot bus is another.
Yeah, that's for sure.
40-foot bus, you would not, definitely not survive, right?
Oh, right.
Speaking of, did you hear of that a couple weeks ago? That lady, young lady in her 20s, got dragged by one of her buses?
Yeah, that was up in Forest Lawn. I heard about that.
It was on the One Max Purple stop, 17 Avenue Transit with.
Oh, right.
Thank you.
Not this time, but the next time around when you're in Fish Creek 4 o'clock, you're gonna be busy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why I gotta start to stay on time right now.
So you're basically, when the school kids are out, you said it gets pretty tight, right? You gotta,
Right, yeah.
man, that braking system was a little too hard there, eh?
It was. These doors. This one doesn't lock. The one yesterday you couldn't lock it. This one today has no lock. Boy. Not very good if the driver was a cop.
I mean, really though, right? You know what I...
Yeah, that's right. I mean, what's the point of having the door if you can't lock it for your safety? Except for the folding.
Some of the drivers complain about the doors, eh? They said they hate these doors because they don't operate right, and if you don't close it hard enough, it swings open when you're driving.
That's right.
And drivers don't like that, eh? I've asked a couple.
Well, they should have put a magnet back here
Yeah.
so that you can keep it open.
When you're on break, right? When you're only on break or, you know, going to the washroom.
Yeah. Now, does somebody want off right here by the crosswalk? Whoever rang the bell, do they want off by the crosswalk? Did somebody want off by the crosswalk here?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. I don't know. They're not responding, so.
Well, I'd like to know if the snow's really deep.
There's 167 there.
Yeah, just like you were saying.
He got a sign up, he's not off. Drivers must have to wait till a certain time. They can't just automatically decide I want to go in service now.
No, you got a running board.
Yeah.
The running board tells you when you leave the station.
And when you enter service and stuff like that.
Right. And now if you leave the station early, you have to fill out an incident report.
Oh, what's that? Oh, not good.
No, not good at all. Because if you fill out an incident report, it goes on your file.
Even though there was no incident, you still have to, eh?
No. If there's no incident, you don't. But that's considered an incident if you leave early. But there's a possibility you're leaving people behind that you should have picked up.
Oh, yeah. But what if you're super late coming from the garage? Then what do? Right? Then you just have to go.
Well, yeah, and then you go into service late. It's okay to leave late in
Yeah, but early's one thing.
Right.
You know, some of the other spareboard drivers on this route don't even wait till 57.
Wow.
They leave at 55.
What?
I've heard that a couple times. They leave at 1:55 when they're due out at 57.
Oh, no, they're not supposed to do that.
But they go so they can have a break at Shaughnessy to sit there.
Oh, okay, but still.
But I mean, you're not allowed to do that. What if? And like, it's not like you get a big crowd at like Somerset. But what if there's a couple people that miss your bus?
Exactly.
And they check the bus schedule. Well, we're on time. The bus just left early.
That's right.
Oh, here they come now. That's the first sign of the student rush hour.
Yeah, our traffic's starting to pick up now.
Will you get a load here at Fish Creek or just not yet?
Just not yet.
But they'll start putting extra buses on 12.
That's right. I hope they do it again today.
That Walmart seems a little less packed now.
It does, yeah.
After Christmas, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Imagine if it was Black Friday again today, you would have to put up with that.
Oh, man.
Or Black Tuesday or whatever.
Yeah. Well, we shouldn't see a Black Friday for close to a year now.
Oh, yeah. That was melee, the traffic, though. Even with the restrictions.
Yeah, that's right.
I hope you didn't mind me hopping on for 4 trips.
No, not at all. This is great. I'm enjoying it.
But around 5:30, you're quiet, right? Your bus.
That's right.
You're empty, George.
Yeah. That's right. Nobody at Walmart.
Just regular shoppers.
Yeah.
We took our tree down yesterday.
Oh, okay.
How about you guys?
Yeah. My wife did that. In Ontario, I heard on the news they were leaving all their Christmas lights up outdoors on the houses and the trees to lift people's spirits. They were leaving the lights up longer this year.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
You know what? Things like that get us through something like this.
There's somebody on the roof of Swiss Chalet.
What?
Looks like he's fixing the roof or something.
Man, George, them 77s are still going strong, eh?
Right, yeah.
I don't. When do you think they'll start retiring them? 2022? Because that's 20 years. 1 years or something.
That's right. Yeah.
This motor's probably been turned over, what do you say, rebuilt what? At least 2-3 times?
Yeah, that's right.
What's the mileage on it?
It says 263,000.
Oh, so you're up to 300, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Sometimes it's not accurate though, because that might be an old reading and you putting on kilometers since then.
That's right.
Since they last rebuilt the motor.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks again for today.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
I'll probably be out tomorrow regardless of the weather, as long as it's not too bad.
And it's not going to be. It's not going to be that bad.
But I never let my guard down, right? So, what does it say? Only what? How many centimeters?
I think 100?
No, shit. I wouldn't believe that for a second.
No, 2 to 4, I believe.
Dude, you wouldn't be able to drive if that was it.
No, that would be up past the land standard.
That would be 20 meters, definitely, or more.
That would be past the land standard. That's
You
fine.
wouldn't have transit running then, no trains or buses.
That's right.
You never get barely any students here.
I know, never get anybody. Maybe the most is 3 or 4 people at most at any given time.
Oh, 52 still a small bus. Wow.
Wow.
Maybe he's going in out of service at Somerset though.
Right.
Like here's how they work it. They have for example, a shuttle that goes out of service just before rush hour at Fish Creek, and then one that goes to Somerset.
Right. I wonder when they're going to start building over here. Boy, that sign's been up a long time now. It's kind of weird how they have the sidewalks in. They have the benches over there, the tables, the garbage cans. Everything is in.
So how many times did you get a bus out of Spring Gardens?
Where? Down here?
Yeah.
Oh, very rare.
But the AG didn't know that it was out of Spring?
I don't know if they knew or not. I'm not sure. All I knew is I got a bus.
They parked it there, right? And SG probably knew, like, why are we missing a bus, right?
I guess so.
Wow. You think the garages would know that, but you can't blame them all the time. They got a lot to take care of.
Yeah.
250, 300 buses for some garages.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
And they're constantly working on a bus.
All the time.
Even at 12 at night.
That's right.
So you said mechanics are never quiet, right? They're always busy.
Always. Yeah, they run 24-hour shifts, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got 20 seconds. Oh.
Okay, well then.
Good timing. Did you just come off the train?
Yeah?
Wow.
a day.
You didn't have a ticket the other night on the Western, did you?
No, unfortunately not.
Somebody in Calgary got 25,000.
Oh,
Yeah. They split second prize with somebody else in Alberta.
Oh, that's new.
I
No, I didn't have a ticket, unfortunately.
I hate when you're running for the bus, you know he's gonna leave soon and you're giving it all you
Oh, I
have.
don't run for it. I just stop right where I am and just wave to him. He stops.
Yeah. But sometimes when you wave to them, the driver still doesn't see you, so you kind of gotta book it. Or it depends what angle you're at.
Depends what angle. So, you're almost done there, George.
Can you believe it? I got what? 17, a total of 17 days, but not very many working days.
If you don't count the weekends,
No.
right?
Yeah, still gonna miss you.
I take his bus every day just for
Oh.
memories.
The shuttle driver went past me. Yeah, I think it's him right there.
Wow.
Well, no, in a way it's my fault because my head was down, but it was almost near the time he's supposed to come, right?
Oh, okay.
And then I just was slightly looking at my phone, and then I was gonna look up, but then I didn't even hear any bus coming, and then all of a sudden he's driving past, and I look up and he's there.
Yeah.
And then he stops where there's a bunch of ice and a mound of snow. So how am I supposed to get on his bus?
Oh, yeah.
So then I just stayed there and I thought, should I wait for the next one? And then I decided to go to the train station. And then I took the train back over here, and your bus happened to come around again. So
Right.
that's why I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm not trying to I was supposed to take the 52 shuttle, but unfortunately, just a little misunderstanding.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, we always run into that sometimes.
I'm running into it quite a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've been getting the hours at the job, so that's a good thing.
You what?
I've been getting hours at the job, so that's a good thing.
We're getting what?
Work.
What about it?
I'm getting a lot of work.
Oh, that's great. Because did you see a WestJet or cutting around?
I saw, well, there's nobody flying right now.
Well, how can you make your money when there's no one flying? Right?
How can they do the maintenance?
Yeah. And they gotta use that money to maintenance the planes. That's very important.
They laid off, what, 265 people in WestJet and cut the hours of the people that are fireworks.
Which means they cut a bunch of routes that they're not going to right now.
Well, yeah, Air Canada cut they cut all their routes out of Newfoundland, Nova Scotia. So that, boy, they're not too happy down there, way down east. I mean, they have once you cut the airplanes, you have to drive now. Not good.
That's a long way.
Oh,
I've
that's-
done it.
That's crazy.
I've done it twice. That's a long way.
George.
It takes you about 4 days if you're
There
lucky.
you go. Exactly.
George, yeah, to drive from Nova Scotia there to Calgary 4 days easily, and then you gotta take a rest.
Oh no, that's more than 4 days from.
If you take a rest, it'll be more than 4 days.
No.
My family made it in 4 days.
Yeah.
It's more than 4 days.
Lake Superior is the one that's going to take you the
But
most.
if you take a rest, it's gonna be more like 5 to 6 days easily.
Oh yeah, there goes
Almost
your
a
weekend.
week.
There goes your weekend. Entirely your week.
But a lot of people are having to do that. You're like, how am I supposed to get up there? I guess I just have to drive.
That's where all my relatives are in Nova Scotia. That's where you want to go back to, isn't it?
Just a visit.
Oh, okay, not to live there. I thought you wanted a house down there.
I wanted to go back down there, but it's going to cost me $7,000 to move.
Whoa!
So I'm like, no thanks.
Why is that? How much stuff do you have?
Just a living room.
Wow.
$7,000? Wow.
Yeah, that's for the truck rental and the gas and the food.
Yeah, right.
It's too
Yeah.
much. So it's like, yeah, just a visit, I guess.
But I mean, it adds up, you know, it adds up after a while.
Keep buying the lottery tickets.
Yeah.
That would be 6 numbers on the automat. That would $10,500.
George, I didn't ask you yesterday. yesterday. I completely forgot. Did you scratch this weekend or no?
No scratch tickets, and I got 3 free tickets on Saturday night and $4. So I bought some, just a maybe, what, 4 tickets for tomorrow night.
It could be worse. At least you got a few bucks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. So I got 4 tickets for tomorrow night now. Boy, I can't imagine owning a business going under. Oh, yeah.
No, a lot of them are.
Yeah.
Because he extended it for 2 more weeks, so.
Well, it's gonna be a while.
Well, at least Starbucks is darker.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, look at that. And Kentucky Fried Chicken on Bannister Road. Same thing. Woo! Man, are they busy.
Me and him go by there 5:30 at night when it's dark. You get like 15 people in the drive-thru in their cars. It's packed.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little much.
But you know who's making a lot of money right now? Skip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you want to save yourself, if you want, that's a perfect job to do in these
You
times.
know who's making the most money?
Yeah.
Is these companies that are producing the vaccine. Whoa! All the countries in the world need the vaccine.
Yeah, but if people aren't working, how are they getting money?
Well, the people don't pay for it. The governments are.
No. I know, but
The vaccine is free once we get it. We don't pay for it.
yeah, but taxpayers pay for the government.
Yeah, the
station.
taxpayers do, yeah.
Well, the taxpayers who have to pay for it aren't
Well,
going to get as much
the
for taxes.
company
Think
producing
of
the
what
vaccine.
taxes coming up to.
The company producing the vaccine, man, those guys are making hundreds and hundreds of millions. Woo.
Well, the people who got served and all that, they're going to have to pay it back.
Yeah, but where are they
Taxes.
getting the money? Because if nobody's working, how are they paying their taxes?
Yeah, that's the catch-22. Because like for served, they're tax deductibles and they're taxing people.
Yeah, and a lot of people won't be getting any money back on their income tax because it didn't work, eh?
Yeah, so how are they getting the money to pay for these vaccines and everything else now?
Who?
That's what I want to know.
That's the question.
You know what? Who knows? Who knows? Guess what?
It
My
has to do with the New World Order garbage that's coming in. That's what I think.
Thank you so much. Can I give you a card, sir?
that's the only way, really.
No, it's not actually. That's the work of the devil.
Yeah.
I have messages from visionaries. Eventually they're gonna force you to do the New World Order thing. The economy's gonna totally collapse. Then they're gonna use it as an excuse to have the New World Order and make you do everything they say and do. Basically, you're gonna be like a robot. And they'll force you to put the microchip in either in your forehead or in your right hand, which a Blessed Mother Jesus and St. Michael said is the mark of the beast. So if you take it, you have the mark of the beast on you. There'll be people that have to die, martyrs and such. I'm not having any microchip in my body. They're not going to control me and tell me what to do. God is number one, not them.
God is always number one. Just remember that.
Yeah, so they're not forcing you to have me get control and do this and that. Because if you are, they won't let you go to church.
Oh, my wife that I'm going to be doing the laundry and the dishes.
What Jesus says goes, right?
We don't always listen to Jesus, but that's why we have confession.
That's why I am where I am today, because of Jesus, right?
That's a nice way to put it.
I have a lot of belief in God, a whole bunch.
That's great. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, which I don't like that. I'm like kind of back and forth all the time, which is not good.
You're kind of like, yeah.
That's a lukewarm soul, which is day 9 of the Divine Mercy Novena. The lukewarm ones, and I don't like being lukewarm.
You like being just with it, right? That type of thing.
Yeah, but I did go to church and I took some training in 2019, which I did not like it. Some stupid government training. Didn't teach you much. Anyway, I went to mass afterwards at St. Mary's Cathedral. And I think I might have been the last one in church. And Jesus, I could hear Jesus' voice. He told me to stay a while. And to adore him at the tabernacle.
Yeah.
And then Jesus said something to me. I couldn't believe what he said. I was just so shocked. He said to me, he said, your love is my repose. And I was totally shocked. It made me feel good, but I didn't remember that until recently. When I got into an argument with my parents and their dad mouthed me and this and that. And then the Holy Spirit reminded me what Jesus told me. So I guess I have a little more faith than I realize. Jesus tells me that.
I'll see you eventually.
Yeah, that is
Before
really
you
good.
know.
And this crazy,
Hold on.
with this crazy stuff going on, I think you always gotta have faith. There's no other way. Faith in yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm working on that one.
Yeah.
I think that's been a struggle my whole life with myself. Faith in myself. I do, because when I do, people pick up on it and they seem like they want to copy my personality.
Like kinda a Debbie Downer type thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Have I had moments like that? Have I been like you with that? Say yeah, sometimes, and I think we all have.
Yeah. But for me, it's quite more constant. I had it at my jobs. I have it at home.
Kind of more like a challenge. It's a lot more complicated than you think.
Yeah. It's they used to sing a song in church. Something I forgot, and then it goes on the arrows and fire away. It's based on one of the songs in the Bible.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I remember them singing at mass. I can hear it in my head.
I feel like if you don't try to keep yourself up, and yeah, we all have struggles. I get it, and I have, but I feel like if you don't try hard and have a belief for something you want to do, or you all go downhill, you basically collapse, right?
That's exactly what happened to me. Like, I did have a certain amount of faith. I wasn't overly confident, but I had a certain amount of faith, and then certain things just went down the hill, and then I got so upset and so devastated. It's hard for me to get back up again.
It's kind of like with this past year, same thing kind of happened to me. It's kind of like I just, I kind of just asked myself, what world are we in? What is this? What's going on? Not having any answers is a pretty challenging thing.
I have some of the answers because they're on missionaries. The messages came on my phone during Lent
Yeah.
last year when I went to adoration.
Hello.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Good to see
So
you guys.
I have some of the answers, but most people don't want to listen.
Exactly.
They don't want to hear what the real truth is. So how are you supposed to tell them when they don't want to hear it?
Bye, take care. Take care. You too. Good to see you.
real truth is for myself is positive attitude and live the best life you can live.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically it.
Well, that's part of that, but that's all encapsulated in God's truth.
Yeah. That's why I am where I am today.
Yeah.
Without, you know, I'm not saying without him I would be another person, but I wouldn't be as motivated to have a YouTube channel, to, you know, to do, you know, to do good in school, even with my family, you know.
Yeah.
With him, I do better and better every day, so.
So that's a big jump on it.
I work hard even in times like this. I strive for what I want to strive for.
Well, I say prayers during the day for the whole world, but I don't pray for myself, which is a problem. Like, I'm worried about all the problems in the world, and I pray for like a lot of things, like certain things, like an end to abortion, an end to this, an end to that, all these bad things. And I'm asking God to help, but I don't pray for me to get my stuff. One time when a priest at our church told me I have to focus on myself first, which I guess I should.
It's basically your mental health and everything else. And keeping yourself upkeep, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to do that last year until
All this hit, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, that's good. You're lucky.
and then I was worried, sick about certain things. I have siblings in the danger zone.
Yeah.
Like I have a brother in Ottawa, 2 sisters in Toronto, and a brother in Italy.
Yeah. And they're going through a lot of hard times right now. Just tremendous.
They will cancel it, so I'm going. That's why I want to. This one is going to my house. It's easy for me. Yeah.
Oh,
Where the
okay.
tsunami is. This one. This one. Return it to this one. Return it to this one. Yeah, I live there.
Wow. But right now, no, because of all this stuff. Yeah, but it's good that she does, since you don't really talk. You've got a lot to catch up on when she comes up. Yeah.
I was mostly close to the brother that works in the grocery store. I used to read him bedtime stories and stuff like that. I'm closest to him out of all my siblings.
I find when you don't grow up with that relationship, it reflects on you later.
Yeah, it's exactly what's happening right now. I think out of all of us, I think him and I are the most scared. We get the most garbage.
You know what? I think the problem is all you want to ask for is freedom. Be free. I don't, you know, we don't want to feel like we're, you know, stuck somewhere, right? In this, with all this crazy stuff going on. That's all we ask for. I think that's a problem. You know.
Well, we're people treat you a certain way, and then you're in a certain state of mind. And
That's another point too.
yeah, like I have a lot of stuff to get off my chest, or else I'm gonna take it out on people at work, and I don't like that.
And especially right now, you want to keep your close people with you, through this. Else, if not, then it all goes downhill.
Oh, I don't have too many. I have acquaintances, but I don't
Yeah,
have too many
that's-
good friends that that'll stick with me through thick and thin.
That's like me, you know, like I have a lot of close friends I can talk to if I'm feeling upset. Like if, for example, if all these restrictions are wounding me up, if I need to get it off my chest and vent, it helps me get through it, definitely.
Yeah, that's good.
Five.
I do too, but sometimes people, sometimes they don't
Yeah.
like it when you vent, you know?
There's a 12, George.
Oh, yeah, no, do good then. Alright, thank you.
Yeah, life can be a challenge sometimes, so.
Yeah.
All you do is hope for the good. That's basically it, right?
Well, I did before until people like to go and
Yeah.
rain on my parade.
Good. Sorry.
George, another 12 is there, eh?
Yes, that's right.
And I'm talking about the proper parade. Not the false one.
Yeah, there's always some people like that.
The illumination of conscience are still well known. It's coming.
The problem is too with that, there's people have no common sense, period. That's where it all starts.
Well, I'm learning that the hard way.
Yeah.
We'll do the same as yesterday. I'll start the pickup and you go past me. Yeah, that'll be good. Thanks.
Have you driven 7938, George?
No, I haven't.
No.
7938, yeah.
You probably driven, oh yeah, 52's in the way. 11. I don't know. Yeah, that might be another 12, George.
What's that?
7989 just pulled in.
Yeah, they're running 3 of us.
Yeah. And then you got Jerry's route.
Yeah, he's not here again.
On the other 12, he's not even driving again this week. He must be still on vacation. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay, Mike, come on. I really enjoy driving 7900.
You must, eh?
Yeah.
You like a 77 once in a while. They've been good to you, eh? You've actually enjoyed them a lot more because you got quite a few of them.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a white bus down there, the Dream bus. It doesn't really have a problem getting up the hill at all.
Oh, that's not bad. We're going about 48. That's pretty good.
you got quite a few people there, eh, George?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
This is where we have to be careful. That's why we got that's fine. Thank you so much.
What were you saying? Sorry?
Just 1 second. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye. This is where we have to be careful.
You gotta keep on time, right?
What's that?
You gotta keep on time, right?
Well, it's not, yeah, but right now what I gotta do is make sure that he takes, because he's almost empty, and I've got quite a few people on, so I gotta let him take as many as possible. Otherwise, we're gonna get really crowded.
Is that why you let the extra 12 go past?
Yeah, because I see everybody takes the first bus, and if too many get on my bus, I'm gonna be really.
You're gonna be pushing it,
Yeah,
right?
and he's empty, so he can handle more people than me right now.
Oh look, there's a load up ahead of you at the next stop.
I know, that's why I let him go past me.
Oh, but if you get 10 more people, you would be almost up to the windshield here.
Yeah, not quite.
No, but I mean, say if you get 15 or 20 more, you would be pushing it.
Yeah, they're allowing us to have 40 people on before we call in.
See, yeah. Look at the kids there, no wonder.
Yeah, I know, this is all from one school.
Here you go.
Oh, shoot. There's one more at the back, another 12, George.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, he was at Fish Creek when you were pulling out.
Yeah, but he's not behind me.
Oh, shoot. What school is this, George? Okay, yeah. George, you're good and loaded, that's for sure. But you'll get another one at 4 o'clock.
We'll see.
You did yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah. Because I was on with you,
I
so.
gotta make sure I stay on time.
That's what you have to be careful about. Like, you're gonna have too many students waiting for you if you're late next time you pull into Fish Creek.
That's right.
This must be mostly elementary, eh?
That's right.
You'll get the high school next time around.
That's right. You're very welcome.
Yeah, no wonder. I'm glad they put extra buses on, now that I know why. Because that bus in front of you must have had a good load.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. That's why I let him go past.
And 7989 was at Fish Creek, eh? Another 12.
That's right.
He's the one behind you.
That's right.
After this run, what do them buses do? Go to another route?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
They go to 178 or something.
That's right. Yeah.
When does 178 start anyways?
Right around.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right. In the vicinity of 1500. Right.
So kind of like 167, 168.
That's right, yeah.
They go in service before 3 though.
Just before, yeah, but not too much, a little bit. But
Like-
everything starts just before 3.
I see why they have extra buses on now, because you got a good, especially in the back of the bus there.
Well, I couldn't have handled that if I didn't have the extra bus. I couldn't handle it.
Or a couple extra buses, right? Like I think they run, it's you, Jerry, and then 2 other buses.
That's right.
But you know what? They don't never use buses out of spring for this route.
Right.
Because you need buses as soon as possible.
That's right.
Oh, look at the traffic there, George. Cars parked, school buses there. More getting out.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry I wasn't talking to you for a bit there. I was talking to Maria
Yeah, no,
about what's going on.
that's just nice of you to keep her company.
Yeah. A lot of people are quite worried right now.
That's right.
But hey, I always have a positive attitude. It won't last forever.
No.
It can't. People will go nuts.
Off the bus, hard to get to in the guys.
Somebody went off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I sat there with the door open.
Use the knife. I did until everybody got knives.
So could you show like
No.
show you some pistol?
No, what?
Right. Show you the pistol, you know, out. A shotgun. Shotgun.
Just use it. Just use the knife.
Use like the
Use the knife.
George, if you have too many people on the bus, have you ever had it affect your speed? Like you can't get going as faster?
You can't imagine when you got a standing load to the windshield how slow it is on takeoff.
How slow would you think if you're going up the hill on 12?
Under 30 kilometers an hour.
Whoa, that's really slow. But on 12, there's a steep hill, and before all this hit, you had 3 big loads.
Right.
This is your first of the day.
That's right.
I don't think you could have handled it with that extra, if you didn't have a couple extra buses, right?
Oh, man. I would have left you behind.
You would have been to the windshield already.
That's all, yeah, absolutely.
You wouldn't have been able to get the door closed.
That's right.
That's what 14 has a lot of problems with. You know 14?
Right.
That bus is fully loaded to the windshield on the accordion sometimes.
Right.
On the articulated, imagine what that's like.
Oh, man.
But there's so many schools in the Bridlewood area there. The accordion is probably going into service right now on 14.
Oh, yeah.
You're like gaming.
Well, you actually feel like you're working for a couple hours, right?
Yeah, it feels good.
What would you get after this normally? A bunch of university students, right?
That's right.
How many would you get from university?
Well,
15 to 20 at least.
yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't have a standing load like this though, right?
No, that's right.
Seated though. Oh, there's the other 12.
Yeah, there he is.
He might be early. Oh, no, there he is.
Yeah.
Let's see, friends. Get to one friends. Bro.
That's a maximum.
Yeah, that's a maximum. I have to wait one.
George, you must be glad that you get a couple loads now
Oh, yeah,
here.
very much so, yeah.
It must be boring when you're just...
No, I don't get bored. Well, for one driver, she would be great. But I don't allow myself to get bored.
Like, can I tell you a story? Last night I was on 14, and right when I was boarding, he's like, thank God I got a couple of passengers.
Yeah, right.
It was one of the later 14s after rush hour.
Right.
Unless you're going to Bridlewood, he was coming from Cranston. I was waiting at South Health for him.
Okay.
When you go to Cranston, it's the complete opposite of busy.
Right. Very quiet.
That bus has a load. School bus.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.
Yeah.
Ow! Excuse me. Excuse me. George, somebody needs to.
What's that?
Somebody needs to go.
Somebody needs to get out?
Yeah.
The door's open.
Sorry.
What?
The door keeps closing on that.
Yeah, but you just touch it. They
Yeah.
seem to be taking a long time to get off the floor.
You're starting to empty out now.
Yeah, that's it.
At 4, you might get another load.
I think so.
Is there a button up top on the back door, right? You just push it with your finger.
Yeah.
Some of the doors on the buses are terrible though. You can't even get out and it's nearly closed.
I think this one has bars on it. You just touch the bars.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Have a good try.
Where we are.
Bye, George.
Bye-bye. You guys take care. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
When schools open back up where you were relieved, you're like, yay, I can finally get a couple loads before I... How about next week though? Aren't they doing exams? I just thought of that.
Oh, you're right, actually. Yes. You're right. I forgot about that myself.
So you're like, oh, it's gonna be like this for the next 3 weeks, but I was gonna say something yesterday about their exams. They have to do that.
You're right. I completely forgot about that.
Unless they get done early, you might get a few students.
Yeah.
A lot of them might be done at 4 o'clock though, so they might take the bus home, so you just might...
No, not when it's exams, like you said.
Yeah.
It's very sparse. There's not too many.
It's like when they're actually in school for the day.
You're welcome. That's right.
Yeah, I just thought of that. I was gonna let you know so you don't get a little a little shock next week.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right.
I thought of that yesterday.
Should be doing exams, and it'll be a lot, quite a bit quieter already.
But on your last week or so, well, when do they get done? It's a couple
when
weeks.
When do they get done their exams?
Yeah.
I believe that's the end of January, that would be right around when I retire, around the 29th.
So you might get a bunch of students on your... No.
I don't think so.
No, this is basically it then.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right. This week, this would be it. You're right.
Because if they weren't doing exams, it would do the same thing.
Right.
But for the rest of the week, it's going to be pretty crazy for you.
Exams are for the 10, 11, and 12, I believe.
You might get a couple 7ers then. You might get your middle school.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
They need a crosswalk here.
Yeah.
You got students and people running across the street. It's not safe when you're coming.
No, that's right. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
You might have to be careful next trip to make sure you stay on time.
That's right.
Because at 4 o'clock, I thought you weren't going to get a load at 4. I shocked you got like 20 kids.
Right. Well, this is better here today. Nobody's running. Oh, somebody is running up. Oh, look at this.
What happened?
They made it. Well, if you turn left, there's so much traffic. You usually back up the traffic, but they made it. They made their left-hand turn. But yeah, as long as I stay only about 5 minutes late, I'm okay.
You can't push it any more than that, though.
No, that's right. Yeah, this isn't too bad here today.
Approaching Everett Drive and Everett Drive Boulevard.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Use the front door. That'll be great. You take care. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye, dear.
That is a wild 15 minutes, though.
Yeah, it really was. That was actually 20 minutes. Oh, now.
Well, I mean, you were already loaded out of Fish Creek. And then you got more on James McKevin there, just up the hill.
That's right.
Without that extra bus, you wouldn't have been able to fit all these extra kids.
Yeah, that's right.
He must have got a good load, the guy in front of you. Could you see?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can tell you're right. At that one stop, you got a good load.
Because you know what? He pulled out empty on Fish Creek. Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's right. So, and he hardly gets anybody because I pick up a few till he passes.
You pick up the majority at Fish Creek, but then James McKevin, he gets the
That's right.
fair share.
Yeah, that's how we share. Exactly. That works out good.
So these buses that are on 12 now, these 2 extras, don't normally go back to the garage, right?
That's right.
They do like what, 406 or Chaparral.
That's it. Take care. You say, thanks.
Would Walden Legacy be more busy now with some students a little bit?
A little bit, yes.
The 167, 168?
That's right.
We should go out there on that bus one
I
day.
would like that. I'd love to see what Walden looks like.
We,
I've been out to Walden once, like,
we do it through the week because you know what? Bus service, it doesn't run on the weekends.
oh,
So.
that's right.
And it only runs during rush hour, so you have to be mindful of that.
That's right, yeah. Gotta be prepared for it. There we are. Okay, you take care. You're welcome.
Rather than jerky brakes, this bus has been... I noticed the braking system is hard.
Yeah.
Though, like when you were braking there again, I could feel myself going forward.
Yeah.
But you know what? The mechanics monitor that. They monitor that very well, I hope.
I hope so too.
They would have to,
That's
right?
Yeah.
Their experience, they got what? Some of them are 20, 30 years.
That's right. Yeah.
They work on our U2 trains.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know why they're getting rid of our old ones too? The mechanics we hired from Germany are retiring too.
Yeah.
And our new mechanics don't know the old C-train parts as our German mechanics do, right?
That's right.
At the university students we're in today, I bet you they would be out.
That's right.
You think they would have to use 4-car trains, right? Almost all 4 cars.
Yeah. You think they would? Yeah.
All 4 cars.
Right.
Because they're, when you pull into that university station normally,
Yeah.
it's packed.
That's right.
Like there's like 50 people at the university station in Calgary.
Right.
And 50 people at Sate.
Yeah.
Have you ever got on the train at those stations or no?
Let's see. Just give me a second. Which one? University?
Of Calgary or Sate?
The one on at St. once to go to the Jubilee Auditorium.
Avoid that station when university students are getting out.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they have high school by Sate, so you have the other thing too.
Yeah.
You should see how busy the trains were at the first of last year, January 2020.
Oh.
They were crazy.
Wow.
I had to wait 2 or 3 trains sometimes.
No way.
But you wouldn't be surprised, right? And almost not a single train was a 3-car.
Yeah, that's right.
Except maybe our U2s were 3 cars because we only have so many running, right?
Yeah.
I can't believe the rust on them now, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
You said they were getting bad 20 years ago?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you could get 40 years, why not, right?
Well,
They're
that's-
good.
Yeah, exactly.
Not on these, you can. You said that's too long for these buses?
Yeah.
You would have to gut the whole thing, as I said.
Yeah, that's right.
I think they could unless transit kept it in pristine condition, but you gotta worry about the motor, how many kilometers you're putting on, right? In 40 years, what would that be? 3-4 million kilometers, eh? That's too much.
Here it is. That's way too much.
But if you rebuild the motor, that's one thing, but you're still running on the same motor, it's just rebuilt.
That's right. But even a rebuild, you can only do that so many times.
Until you say okay, right?
Yeah.
Did you get any students when you started work this morning or no?
No, not students, no.
They're already in.
That's right.
If you started at 7 though, you would.
Oh, that would be different, yeah.
But how would it work? Would you come in loaded at Fish Creek because you're taking them to school or?
Guess so.
Yeah, that's how it would work.
Yeah.
15's probably busy right now.
Right.
Do you think he's got a standing load on 15 right now? Pretty close. Because a lot of kiddos take that bus.
That's right. especially for that Our Lady of Peace school.
Oh, so they hop on 15, not just you. I bet you 178 is a little busier today. Before all this hit, was 178 pretty busy during rush hour before all this?
Not too bad.
But before all this, they must have got quite a few more students.
Oh, you mean like before the virus?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
178 came in with a load, right?
Very busy. Oh, yeah.
I can't believe half of my trip is done. I only got a couple more hours
Whoa,
with you.
that's crazy. It goes by so quickly.
This is the longest I've been on your bus.
It is. I'm enjoying it. Nice to have the company.
This has been a really good bus, but the brakes weren't like this the last time. See, they're good there. It's just when you have to stop super hard.
Yeah, that's right.
Maria must have got off with the students, eh? I didn't get a chance to say.
Oh, she got off, yeah. Well, I say we're getting on. Yeah, she got
Yeah.
off.
She doesn't like getting caught in that, eh?
Well, it's easier for her to get off there as they're getting on than it is to go one more stop.
Even though trains are 3-car, they're having to put extra trains on now.
Right.
Again.
Yeah. So what was she doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, she didn't wait. I could have gone if she hadn't told me which way she's going.
Isn't it not simple to wave? It only takes a couple
She
seconds.
just has to point, I'm going this way. I can go. Hold on. Yeah, I remember Elvis had a song. 1963. I remember the words. The trip is shorter when you have a friend, and the grass is greener beyond the bend. I like that.
I noticed Maria seems to be having a hard time with all of this, eh? Do you notice that? Like,
Yeah.
she's struggling a little bit, eh? I can just tell.
Yeah,
Everyone is, though.
that's right.
I'm glad you keep your spirit up, because if you're a Dimmy Downer, that reflects, right?
Well, it does. It reflects on other people.
And they don't want to take your bus then.
That's right.
Thank you.
It's just like that driver I ran into.
Thanks.
You know what I mean?
I do. I know.
Oh, have you driven that one? 8052?
Yeah. Oh, thanks. That worked out good. Every day we'll do that. Works out good. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks.
Jeez.
Who was walking?
Passenger.
That scared me. That wasn't me. There you are.
How are you doing?
Yeah, no, good.
So he transferred to 178 now, George.
Yeah. Thanks.
What's the one
Yeah, that's it. No.
Oh,
But that's all what the extra 12s do. After that one run, they go to 178. I've seen that happen a bunch of times.
Right.
How many people did he get?
Quite a few. I'm not sure, but it's like
You wouldn't have been able to handle it, though. I mean,
No.
how many would have counted? At least what? 60, 70 at least?
That's right. Yeah.
You could push it, but with what's going on, you don't want to, right?
No, not at all. Not under these conditions. No, my goodness. Not when it only takes one person to affect somebody else. It's already enough when I'm carrying.
Or it only takes one person to fall and bang their head against the windshield.
Well, that's
If
it.
you have to brake hard.
That's right.
I got a crap load of footage of this bus today.
Oh, okay.
This transmission is so weird when you're just not driving up the hill. I don't even feel it like when you were shifting there.
That's right.
How was your fried egg sandwich this morning? Probably better than the last one.
No, it was actually the other way around. My wife left the eggs a little too long on the stove. So they weren't quite what they should be. Yesterday was really good.
You wanted that runny yolk, right?
Just like, yeah, not quite runny, but today they were just slightly overcooked, but it doesn't matter. It was still really good.
I find scrambled eggs don't have a lot of flavor, eh?
No, they don't.
Knocks the flavor out of them.
That's right. No, you're very welcome. Good to see
Your
you.
vacation? No?
I just waved at your husband as I went by.
Yeah.
There we are. You take care. Thanks.
George, let me tell you something.
What?
Sometimes when I would go to school, I was never good at eating in the morning, but when I did, I would have a toasted egg sandwich,
Yeah?
put a little butter on it. Oh my God, nice and hot and yolky.
Oh, I love an egg, like the egg on toast.
My God, yeah. Delicious, eh? I see why you eat it all the time.
Yeah. And I really like a peanut butter banana deep fried.
Hey, we should make that together one time, the Elvis way.
Right, that's what it is. Yeah.
I can film myself making it. It can be like a cooking show for you and me.
That's right. That's really high energy for the dessert today.
You know what, George? It wasn't good. I was never good at eating breakfast in the morning.
Right.
I went to school a lot of times on an empty stomach, which wasn't good.
All right.
I almost felt sick to my stomach by the time I got there.
Okay.
No wonder though, right?
Right, yeah.
Oh, this is the crap of the bunch. At this bus stop, it's always so crowded with traffic around Christmas time.
Yeah, that's it.
How was it on, on the 23rd it was bad,
Yeah,
last month.
that's right.
That's why you're 5 minutes late sometimes.
Right. We're doing really good now.
But before, you were backed up all the way to the second, third set of lights.
Yes, that's right.
I'm having Little Caesars for supper tonight, George. They do. I like getting the deep dish though, the hot and ready.
Yeah. I had somebody, 3 years ago, they had some Little Caesars over in Liverpool, and they gave me one slice. The pizza was cold, and I couldn't believe how good the bread was. It was still really good even though it was cold.
Is this when you were driving?
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. Even though it was cold, that bread was so good.
Isn't that crazy bread?
No, this was a slice of pizza. And normally I don't, the bread, like that they make the pizza from is okay, but usually it's not that good. They're really good.
My dad can't eat pizza late at night, eh?
Oh, okay.
He's got acid reflux, eh? That.
All right. Yeah, I gotta try for the secret sometime.
See, I don't know what. They're only putting a big bus on because not enough shuttles, eh? Drivers?
Yeah.
But there's hardly anyone on that 52.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I know.
70 on 39 is pulling in. You driven that one? It's on 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, sometimes pretty nice, actually. Yeah, quite a number of times, actually.
Not for a while though.
No, not for a while. but-
You've driven 7739, eh? I think.
Oh, the valley really is super good.
Yeah, it's a well, there's my bus.
Six, really good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
How long did you go for?
Let's see, till the 29th, I got about 17 days.
Whoa. You must be thinking about that more and more,
Oh
right?
yeah, especially if the school's going back there.
Yeah, just like that, a flood, eh?
Oh,
He's been getting some good loads. Like I was on with him when he got that rush of students. Had to put extra buses on this route, else if not, he couldn't have taken the load. Hey George, how many did you have on there with that one? With that load you had?
what do you figure? How many?
About 30 or more?
Yeah, that's great. 35. Yeah.
And if that extra bus didn't help you, man,
Oh, no, I couldn't.
you would have had about what, 50, 55, maybe 60?
60, yeah.
Cause that's all in one school.
Yeah, and they're only allowing us to have 40, right? Before we go in.
You actually count them, or?
I know, thank goodness we don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't had an outcry for a long time. That was so crazy having a counting passenger while we were trying to keep the bus on.
Yeah, almost impossible because
Literally, yeah.
yeah.
Then you make yourself 2-3 minutes late, and when rush hour used to be really bad, you couldn't afford time loss
And when we first started,
at all, right?
yeah, right. When I first started, get this. We had a count card. So what they gave us to do, if you can believe this, count the people getting on, and then subtract the people that were getting off.
Yeah, so how do you count that?
Oh! And keep the bus on time. That was, I couldn't
Yeah.
believe this. I just couldn't believe it.
We should have put some kind of digital sensor counters on or something.
They did actually on the Jimmy's at the front.
Okay.
But they still made it count the people getting off.
Well, yeah.
How can you count that? Like, I mean,
Well, yeah, that's it. No, No, they needed to pay something to come out to do that.
That driver who told you that he got a bunch of people, he seemed nice.
Yeah, but yes, he is. He's very nice.
Did he do it with you yesterday or
Yeah, that's right. He must be signed on it.
signed? He does one Route 12 school run and then 178.
Yeah, that's right.
All the school routes are back in service now. They were canceled for a while there.
That's right. So they must have hired back those drivers that they laid off. I hope so.
Did they lay off any drivers or no?
Well, they did last, what was it,
Yeah.
last summer. Before summer, when the virus hit.
No, but I mean now, like the last couple months.
No, they're hiring people back.
Yeah. Your badge is too high to get laid off, right?
Yeah, that's right.
To get through you, it's impossible.
No, they can't do it.
Yeah.
They have to lay everybody off.
You and Jerry are so high, so.
Oh, you mean from smoking pot?
No.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Well, the way you said it, you and Jerry are so high.
Yeah, probably relax, yeah.
Oh, I used to love those Cheech and Chong.
There's the 14 accordion, George. That's what they're doing now.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, it's full.
Remember those Cheech and Chong movies?
Oh, of course.
Oh, they were so good.
They were funny.
George gets me every time. He's like, I wonder what he's gonna say next.
That time that they were driving that van, the van was made of pot. And the police officer was following him on his motorbike here. Remember
Oh,
that?
Erickson, did you see that accordion
the
bus?
smoke from the
It's
exhaust
full.
was burning the pot on the
I
van.
wouldn't want to be on that one right
So
now.
eventually he throws on his siren and he pulled him over and he walked up in the van. He says, "What do you want?" Then he's standing there and he said, "You guys want that half a sandwich?"
Yeah, got the munchies got a little bit higher.
Yeah, no, it's so funny. And then eventually he sat there on his motorbike and they took off.
Yeah.
And the other cops pulled up and were looking for that van. And the guy said to him, he said, "Where's that van?" And he goes, he was so funny. That was so
Pretty
funny.
funny, yeah.
All those guys were crazy.
I'm glad they got that situation under control yesterday, George,
Yeah.
with the fire department.
Yes, that's right.
When you need C-Train shuttle, that's not good.
Oh, that's right.
He's full as well. Oh, the 178's full, George.
Oh, wow.
Well, coming from school though, right?
Oh, I see. I thought you meant you had a lot to eat. You said the 178 was full.
Well, I mean, the 178 can get pretty full now with everyone back.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone's, there's a couple standing and all the seats are full.
Yeah. Well, all the buses are full.
Yeah.
I'm just be glad to see that we don't have to wear a mask anymore. And you can go into a restaurant and
Just eat and laugh, right?
yeah.
Yeah, will seem like a luxury.
Yeah, it really will.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Wow. It really will. It will seem like a luxury.
Yeah.
George, we'll find out if you get more students. We'll find out in about 15 minutes. Really, 11 minutes actually.
Yeah.
It seems like they need a lot of extra buses out at this time.
Yeah.
Even the ones from Spring have to come down here.
Yeah, that's right. So I wonder how this company is doing. Do they have people coming in? I guess they have some people coming
What building do you say is closed? This one, right?
in. Yeah.
On your left
The
side.
one on the left side's empty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one on the left is empty.
It's the same company too, right?
Right, yes it is. And
But but there's some people on the other one.
somebody has to pay the lease on this thing. Holy smoke.
Yeah. Well, actually, it doesn't look like that many people on the big one either.
No, I don't think so. It's pretty quiet in the parking lot.
Well, they're in engineering, international engineering. Yes.
Yeah. Well, speaking of parking lot, I was up this morning just before 6 o'clock. So, I turned on the news, and I was sitting there watching it.
Yeah.
And they said something about UPS. That's a huge company down in the States.
Huge.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they showed from the air, they showed the parking lot. I couldn't believe how big the parking lot was. And what happened was somebody heard shots fired in the parking lot when they told the police, and when the police got there, it looked like a murder-suicide right in the parking lot.
Is that right?
Yeah. Wow, yeah.
What do you mean he shot someone then killed himself?
And somebody else.
And
So-
killed himself, eh? Wow.
That's right, yeah.
So 2 people?
Yeah. Yeah, right at the back of the car in the parking lot. Yeah. Wow. What a huge parking lot. Oh, man.
What city?
Just outside of Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, in the States there.
Yes. Oh, always in the street.
Shoot, that must have been something to watch.
Well, they just said it very quickly.
No, but that one scene, right?
Yeah. Boy, that Cadillac Escalade sure looks good. Wow.
The what?
That Cadillac Escalade.
He want
It's a red one.
you want one so bad.
Oh man, they just look so sharp amongst the other vehicles on the road. Everything about them.
You want one so bad, I hear.
I'd like to.
What school is that? There's a few Oh, 14 maybe again?
This is Centennial they're coming from.
This one, yeah. Centennial's over there, yeah.
What's today? Tuesday. I usually don't get this many students at this time. Wow.
No, they started up yesterday, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's kind of early, eh?
Oh, George, you're gonna get another load.
Before,
He's gonna get busy
January. So if you
again.
go back to last fall, I was only getting a few students on Friday, not Monday to Thursday at all.
Hmm.
I was missing them. So I don't know what's going on now. Why is there so many there now?
Good, yeah, at least you feel like you're working. That's a good thing.
Yes, that's right. No, I don't mind at all.
You're good. See, this is the stop I was talking about. It seems like you're coming in with a decent load at Fish Creek.
That's right.
Normally it's the other way around, but you're getting a load at Fish Creek and you're coming in with one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's crazy. eh?
talk about that.
Hi, oh, yeah, you too. Thank you.
George.
Two,
Hi, George. Hi, George.
Hi.
4, 22 I counted there, George.
Thanks so much.
Oh man. And who knows how many are gonna get off here?
Well, that's it.
Are you gonna be able to take this other one?
Well, yeah.
A lot of them take the train though, so.
You might be, right? It's like approaching
Normally it's the other way around. Normally you gotta wait for your loads at Fish Creek, but you're getting a double, triple dose now.
Yeah.
This is your second.
That's right.
It must feel good in a way though, as I said. You were so quiet for weeks there. But we knew it. If they were gonna start, right? You knew it was coming. I did too.
That's a nice place to shop. They're putting in a Goodwill store over in Shaughnessy where that Lowe's used to be. Oh, yeah, that'll be Goodwill. So you'll be able to go there and a dollar store. Dollar store's right across from Walmart.
Police up here, George.
I know.
almost on every corner. I think too.
Okay, you take care. Thanks so much. Yeah, good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thanks.
We'll see you before you.
We sure will. Thanks so much.
George, there's a police up there pulled someone over.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. Good to see you.
Want to transfer? Thank you so much. Which train do you go to?
I'm going to Fish Creek.
Perfect, thank you.
It'll only be about 4 minutes.
No worries.
George, you're even getting a few people mixed in with this students. You're busy.
Very good.
For the last hour you've been, so.
Yeah?
You're getting so many now, it's like,
It's popular.
yeah.
Yeah, time-wise, I'm just managing to hang in there. Just barely.
Yeah, pulled over an old truck. They're on the sidewalk there.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're talking.
Oh, shoot. You know when they're on the sidewalk, it's not good.
No, that's right.
Kentucky Fried Chicken's not busy right now, but it will around when you come to Fish Creek the, next time.
Yeah, that's right.
You're gonna be busy again tomorrow. It'll be no different.
No, that's right.
Literally, she gave it to us. So we had to write like a planner each.
George, I'm glad they're not doing the testing up here anymore.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Man, what if there was a fire? That's what I keep telling you. Or if someone collapsed in the apartment and they need EMS immediately. Imagine the lawsuits. They still got that sign up there. I wonder why. Take it down if you're at another location.
That's right. Yeah.
They had to move though. George, how do you like getting home at 8 o'clock now? It must be nice to get home at least half an hour. I don't know how you go 10 hours without it. Well, I mean, you're used to it, I guess. You must be super hungry by the time you get home. I hate when my body's over hungry because I get hangry if I get over hungry. I could and I have, but the problem is if I try to do that, I don't feel good. Oh, another batch, George. Man.
It was so worth it, even though like it was a little bit stressful. I just did it.
The 11, I wish he takes some.
I did one thing.
Ooh, yeah.
The white man is back. The white man is here. Oh my
Just a little bit. There we go. George, that was a massive load. You talk about it, yeah. This reminds me of the train when it was busy. That's why I got on at the end of the line. So I get guaranteed seats.
Yeah. Well, when I get back at 5 o'clock, it won't be too bad at all.
Man, but you had 3 loads today.
I know.
That's good for you, though. I'll talk to you in a bit once everyone clears off here. There's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
He's never usually this busy. He gets 1 load and that's it. He's had 3. Yeah. Yeah. This reminds me of the trains when they were really busy. Uh-oh. He won't be able to take anymore. That's the problem.
No, it's not. Oh my god. It was like 3 Quinn gets off, you stop, I'll get off. I'm not getting off. Quinn gets off, it's too long. You can walk, join them. I'll walk you. I'll walk Quinn home. I can't. Just the way I was holding it. I wasn't holding it behind. It was flying inwards. Usually it's going to need someone to walk him home. But yeah, it's scary in the morning.
That was like me and Tyler. I was there like I got it. And I was like, okay, let it go. And it's and I thought it tried to like internally process it. Only for certain amounts of time. But like it's really free. So how they did it is they showed one perspective. Then one of the characters was inverted, and then we saw like what actually happened was what's expected. And that was it. It was so freaky. And like watching cars go backwards in situation. Obviously.
Charlotte's Web.
A little bit. It's more like, did you get it? During a certain amount of time. But you can only get like the amount. Let me see which no, thanks. But like, so basically, think of this box going forward, everything else going back. You know, that's how it goes. Yeah. Like you standing still and everything else going back. You sit still on the street and everything is going around.
George, that was a massive load.
Yeah, it really was. Now it's cleared out over here.
Yeah. It's a fine. And
You must have got over 30 at once.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. With 30, 33, 34.
And then you had already some on from the your time point at Sundance.
That's right, yeah.
You got 22 there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, getting some good loads here.
Tomorrow it'll be no different.
No, that's right. Thank you. There, you take care.
I think your school loads are worse now than they ever have been.
Yeah, you're right.
From back in the fall there of last year,
Yeah.
they're a lot worse now.
I just want to get another outbreak of this virus. My goodness.
They need to keep the extra buses on for longer.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you phone into transit and I know you're only loaded for 15 minutes, but it would help you.
Yeah, like they are at 3 o'clock.
Can you phone into transit and tell them that or no?
Well, not really. I think they're pretty, like,
Around these times.
yeah, exactly. All the buses are being used.
that's a man with Stenberg.
And the shuttles are not being used.
No, right. No.
Except on 444.
Right.
And then maybe some industrial routes that aren't very busy.
That's right.
Susan said, asking them how his son changed his hair.
You think most of them are in the garage right now though, otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
And she and me went to which is in the summer. Because one of like he was and his
But I mean, you gotta take your load as students, eh? That's what you expect, right?
Yeah, that's
So
right.
there's nothing you can really do.
No, nothing I can do.
You can't leave them all waiting there, right?
That's right.
Man, you had 3 solid loads today.
Yeah.
I think around 5 you won't get any more, right?
It'll be really quiet there.
You're done pretty much with all the visit.
That's right. Yeah.
But it'll start at 3 again tomorrow.
Yeah, it is tomorrow. Now Fridays might be a little different because a lot of schools get out early on Fridays.
But you might get a couple of them because you get at Fish Creek at 1 o'clock, so you might get a load there.
That's right. And my rush hour might just start early.
Since you're on at Fish Creek at 1 o'clock, those schools that get out before 1 wait at Fish Creek, you might get it, right?
Right, actually no.
I think she looks English.
I can see you were slower on takeoff up the hill, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
But is that regular with all the students, right? Wait on the bus.
That's right.
I'm frozen too, so
You had that load for over what, 17 minutes?
That's right.
So you're actually keeping them for a little longer.
for Emma and Queen.
Because I got so many.
She has a very,
Yeah.
she has a very particular, big eyes, very particular shape, and she looks good, short and in almost every hair color. So,
I guess you won't wait here, eh?
No, no, no. No, I'm about close to 4 minutes late.
Well, I mean, you're waiting with all the students and at the stop, you're there for 30 seconds because everyone's getting on and off.
That's right.
When is this due back to the garage?
24 and 33.
Yeah, because the other bus you had on Friday was due back to the garage at 2403.
That's right, yeah.
So it varies, I guess.
I guess it does.
It depends on your other guy's schedule because the guy who relieves you is always spare board, right?
That's right.
Right? It's, you know.
Yeah.
12 must be not very busy later at night.
No, it's not. Not very busy at all.
Did you do 15 late nights at all or no?
Yeah, I sure did.
Was it quiet then? How about with the school students now? That's different.
That's right.
How many loads of students did you get on 15?
Let's see. I would get a load at Bridlewood when I went out to Bridlewood, and then I would get then I'd get a load at Centennial, and then I'd get a load at Holiday Pieces.
So about the same as you did today.
That's right, yeah, about the same.
You know at the Esso, there was a bus turning there. He said he's off.
Oh,
Was he a school run? Probably, right?
right, yeah, probably a school run.
Because he turned left. You know where you had to turn around? He turned left.
You want to use the front door? Would it be easier for the front door? Whatever you want.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, you got more than just a load today.
Wow.
Were you surprised with how many you were getting?
I was, yeah.
But hey, you're working for that, what? An hour and a half of your shift is spent driving a bunch of students.
That's right.
When you drop me off at 5:30, I'm going out of service because I gotta get home, eh?
Okay, yeah, 5:30 at Bridlewood.
Yeah.
Okay.
My friend's coming at 6:45, and it's at least a half an hour drive from Bridlewood back to Chestermere.
Yeah, that's right.
But we just use Stony, which is good.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I appreciate you coming out for so long.
Yeah.
This was fun.
I was gonna do another route today, but some of the stations are not, you know, to get to the buses, you gotta go upstairs and stuff.
That's right.
And I thought, you know what? 12 is nice and accessible, right?
Yeah,
So
that's right.
this is the longest I've been on your bus, right?
Yeah, that's right.
When's your layover? 6:32?
Yeah, that's right.
It's quite light for 4:30.
It is. No, this is really good.
The daylight's getting longer. You notice that one? At 4:30, you pulled in to pick me up at 4:30 sometimes, and the sun was already down. How many kilometers has this bus put on today? At least 50 already, right? 50 or 60. You're just late because of so many students, right?
That's right.
Well, you're making up good time.
Oh yeah, no, I'm doing okay.
You were technically, what, due out at 27 and it's 29.
I was due out at 26 actually, and it's 29, so I'll be about 5 minutes late, but I got that 4-minute layover that I can use to get back on time.
Because you don't leave Shaughnessy for like 7 minutes now.
That's right.
Like, typically.
Yeah, that's right. I just need to hit a couple of green lights going from Bridlewood to Shaughnessy.
The one thing is, if the superstore was busy, you would be screwed, right? Because, what is it, 162nd Avenue?
Yeah.
That you're backed up when, oh, and then you have Walmart.
Yeah?
Yeah. Superstore and Walmart.
Yeah.
Did you have that happen to you on the 15 before?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you're stuck in traffic because the stores are so busy around Christmas, right?
That's right.
But don't you go where the 11 goes up the hill first, right?
Right.
So you did 5 routes in one day at once?
Yes, that was only that one day ever.
What was it for again?
That was during sign up when other drivers, senior drivers got to sign up.
Yeah. So you signed up on 5 routes?
No, didn't sign up. I was relieving drivers to go sign up.
Oh.
Yeah,
So you took over some of their shifts?
right. Just only for, like, you only had to do one trip till they got back.
It's like with that guy when you were signing up, he relieved you for one trip.
Exactly, that's right.
In November there.
Yeah, that's right. And that was the only day I ever did 5 routes. Normally I would do about 3. A couple of times I did 4.
So is next sign up March 19th?
Let's see.
I know you're retired, but that's when the schedules change.
The sign up will actually be, I think, the first week of February. Something like that.
Oh, but they're paying you to March 19th.
Yes, they are. But I'll just go spareboard. I won't sign up.
Yeah.
Because that way it'll leave the route open for another driver to sign up.
Especially if one's doing vacation work for one.
Yeah.
178 again, eh? The same driver. He must be here at the same time as you are.
Yeah, that's right.
Now they have to keep 178 en route now for a reason.
That's right.
The other 178 is 8,004, so. And when I checked that, it was full an hour ago.
Yeah.
The 178 must be pretty busy now at times.
It must be. That's one fast light. Oh, oh.
Remember when you had 7701 turn orange, no problem?
Yeah?
Take off on that thing.
Yeah, that's right.
You're gonna be a tad bit late pulling into Shaughnessy,
Just
but
slightly, yeah.
you can get back on time.
Oh, yeah. The only problem is you don't get a washroom breaks during this whole, from 3 o'clock
Yeah.
until it's going to be, I won't get back here till 5:30. That's almost 3 hours.
You've got to go soon, or?
No, I'm okay.
But the problem is if you had to go.
Exactly, yeah.
But would you just go anyway, right? You would just run it.
I guess you do.
You have no choice. That's very bad on your bladder. Even if you're not scheduled to have a break, you kind of have to take one, right? Because that's very bad for your
Yeah, it
bladder.
is. That's terrible, yeah. Well, boy, over the years, there was so many times when you just waited forever to use the washroom.
And you're going for a solid 6.5 hours of driving before you get your layover.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, 6 hours.
Huh? Yeah, that's right. 7 hours actually. From 11:30 in the morning till 6:30 in the evening. Yeah, 7 hours.
Well, actually 7.5, almost 8, because you count the time from when you go to the washroom, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's why don't drink your tea all at once. I don't recommend doing that.
Oh, right.
Part-time po, nag-walmart kasi ako.
Diretso ka na doon?
Ha?
Diretso ka na?
Oo, sa part-time po yun. 40 minutes lang yun. May contract ako. May isang contract na clinic. Sinecheck ko lang siya ng 40 minutes. After my work sa time. Madali lang. Sinecheck ko lang siya.
5 oras na kami. 5 oras na kami.
Bigo?
So if we couldn't talk for a while there, it was just so busy and overwhelming, right? So
Tumawag ako sa agency natin. Sabi ko, sa bus. Hindi ako. Bakit ba natawag? Hindi ba ako?
one person on 52.
Oo, kagad na magkano sa'yo. Hindi ka pwede magpagkakas lang doon. Hindi ka kasama-sama kung wala kang ano, kami sa'yo.
Sabi ko may kaibigan ako. Yung Albert Road, kailangan.
Kasi email kanina kasi.
Yung kinakasan ko.
Hindi pwede pupunta ka doon. Hindi pwede.
Yung mga ibang kaklase
Ay, kung may confirmation code pa nga ako eh.
ganun din. Nag-email ako.
What's for dinner tonight, George?
Don't know.
Kung sabi-sabi mahal
It's
kaya
always,
ganun,
she's the one who,
Kasi
after
may
she
mga
drops
record
me
sila.
off, she does,
Hindi ko nila yung ano doon.
I recorded almost 2.5 hours of 2 trips on this phone.
oh wow.
Hindi sila, hindi sila pag-ano sa inyo.
Ang sabi ko, I think the Albert will be the one to contact us.
No, they're gonna send email to you. Bakit hindi ba sila nakikipag-coordinate sa Martahan Service ako regarding yung work? Pero may yung kasama ko sa floor na facility. Sa Friday siya.
Hintayin ko lang hanggang next week na ako.
Pero siya, magbahay-bahay siya kasi.
Kailangan din naman.
Magbahay-bahay siya. Ano, kagaya ng kalanda sa kanya. Facility. Meron na siya. Sa Friday siya ako, sa Thursday. Sa Thursday ako, 8:50.
Yung kabas ko sa school, ang second dose niya sa 26.
Ako first dose ko pala. Sa February 4.
Thank goodness the roads are finally all cleaned up. Imagine trying to haul these school students with with snow on the roads.
Kaya sabi nila, yan ako yung malaki dyan. Alam mo yung yan, malaki na dyan, yan. Yung chronic na din dyan, yan.
Alam ko kung bakit ang pinili ko sa UK. Yung Pfizer sa US ko.
Set?
Yung Pfizer. Mas maganda ang Pfizer. Kaysa Moderna.
Yung effective daw yun. Kasi marami silang
not very late,
mga
3 minutes.
nag-brand.
Nagbantan ko sa Pinas.
You see the transmission there when the bus downshifted?
Yeah.
Sabi
You think the tranny needs a little work? I do.
That's right.
Oo, naubusan. Nag-order na ulit. Parang ko yung sketch ni Kuya.
Oo, naubusan.
Nag-order ulit ng 2 million.
Naubusan eh, pala